Hey friends, I'm Bailey. This is the Bailey Grind, where we talk about books and gardening now. So I wanted to take you into the greenhouse that I and my coworker rehabbed and really got poppin'. I did a seed haul recently where I told you what I was going to plant. I only told you probably about a third of what I was going to plant. But I think what's more interesting is telling you what I am planting, because a lot has germinated and I want to show you the little sprouts. And there's some things that haven't germinated quite yet, but that might just be because they need longer time. So, ready? Let's go. So here's the greenhouse. I gotta get a new glass pane for that. And this is the dahlia project that I'm working on. So I'm waking up dahlias. Now, if you've done this before, you're probably shuddering at what I'm doing because these don't have drainage. That's okay. Don't worry. I am getting lots of pots to put that in. So they'll have drainage here in just a couple days. I'm going to see if they even have little sprouts, and then, calm down. It'll be okay. I'm a big experimenter. So over here, we've got these tip-top pink nasturtiums that are coming. They should look like this. And then we have this okra. It's a crimson spineless okra. And that is this guy. Over here, probably will be one of my favorites is the Tom Thumb pea. And these were bred in England, so they actually prefer part shade and are also very tolerant to cold, which is perfect for, an Indiana spring, because we just don't know. You just don't know. So that's these guys. And they don't need to climb. You could put like a trellis in there, but really they like to just kind of spill over. So over here we have sugar daddy peas. And those unfortunately didn't get enough water recently because of this horrible potting soil I got. Definitely learned my lesson, but we've got sugar daddy peas coming up. And then these are Kintari beans. So got a lot of those. And then from Blackberry Farm, we have Ponderosa tomatoes. I'll go ahead and take that off. And that's just in here. So I just gave everything a good water because I won't be back here for a few days, but those are the Ponderosa tomatoes. And then we've got a ton of Blush Tiger tomatoes. Now, again, this is the horrible potting soil. So these guys came up really quickly and then kind of stopped where they're at. So I don't know if I'll repot quite yet, but it looks like there's a lot of moisture, but there's not. And I think that's the problem with this potting soil. I had way too much mulch. And then I even used like a sifter to get to the good dirt, and it was just quite impossible. So over here we have Blackberry Farm Homestead tomatoes. These are all heirloom tomatoes. Those are coming up nicely. And then 5-color Swiss chard. I've got about 2 in each up pot. So I just love how vibrant these are. Look at that. Okay. And then just your regular Genovese basil from Blackberry Farm as well. And then over here, we've got a lot of this Ozark giant pepper. And that should look like this guy. So they're green until they're ready to be picked. They're green, and then when they're ready to be picked, they turn bright red. So I'm excited about those. And then another thing that we have tons of is this dwarf lemon cilantro. I wanted to try dwarf lemon this year because Indiana, the Indiana summers have been getting really, really, really hot and humid. And cilantro usually just gets so leggy. Dwarf lemon, I read reviews and it supposedly stays closer to the ground, and it's very tolerant to humidity, yada yada. So let's hope that works. So that's this side. We've got all of this Dahlia project. And then over here, sorry for turning you, we've got the Tom Thumb peas that I've already got in these pots because I know I want to put these on a porch. And then we've got a ton of arugula in here. Once again, that horrible soil. See, soil really, really matters. I got this arugula. And then more peppers, more Blush Tiger tomatoes, Homestead tomatoes, Ponderosa tomatoes, and then broadleaf sage, also from Baker's Creek. Baker Creek. I keep saying Baker's Creek, I'm sorry. And then in here we don't quite have, I mean, these seeds haven't germinated enough for me to up pot. So I just have the covers on. There's nothing really interesting to see. But in here we've got parsley, the giant of Italy, blue spice basil, which will be ready to up pot next week. This orange thyme as well. And then in here we've got this lettuce Merverde, kale, scarlet, and then this Yedukule lettuce. And then I'm growing a ton of German chamomile, not only for tea, but also for like pathways that are near the pond because we can step on it. Chamomile actually used to be called ground apple, and like Romans used to say that it smelled like apples when they stepped on it. And actually stepping on it can enhance growth, just like pruning can enhance growth. So fun fact for you. So that's what I'm growing in the greenhouse. I've got a ton growing at my own home. I'm also going to be shopping a ton at like wholesale places, so you'll get to see, maybe you'll get to see some of that. I've made this greenhouse kind of like my own little sanctuary, so I found this in their garage. I also bring myself flowers because if you don't bring yourself flowers, who else would? Miley Cyrus would be so happy with me. Yeah. Pretty fun. I've definitely learned a lot so far. You know, I did get a degree in environmental studies. I have a certificate in permaculture design. I have worked in nurseries and farms, and I worked as a floral designer. So I have a good amount of base knowledge. But one of the things I'm learning with gardening, and this is like truly a humbling experience, is that it really doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. Every day there's something different already. You know, we're just in the beginning of spring. Every day there's something different. Every day you think you know something, and then you show up and you're like, why isn't this thing growing? And then you learn what kind of potting soil not to use, because you have to use the bad potting soil to realize the good one. I could probably write a book about gardening philosophies that extend to everyday life, because that's something else I'm learning, but I won't. I'm gonna garden for now. I just wanted to show you all. I know it's a short video, but yeah, spring's coming, you guys. Isn't this exciting? Thanks for being here. Let me know what you're growing. I'd love to see. I like to have Pinterest boards full of what I'm gonna grow in the future. So give me some good ideas. All right, talk to you all soon.